whether it's a market that's pulling back or whether it's a market that's just stalled with indecision. We've got a strategy for all those different scenarios.
That's right. And let's go ahead and dig into our first one, right? A
Sure.
first name that we can kind of dissect. And this will be your pick of the week. AJ's
Mm.
pick of the week is United Microelectronics, ticker symbol UMC. Have we covered this name in the past? Because I'm not sure.
I think it's been more than a year.
Wow.
But I like this one. I've always liked this one. Let's take a look just back in time here. I'm going to go 2 years back. And so you can see this falls very much into that category of stock that I like, that is boring, not in the news. But remember earlier I talked about how we like to sell premium on stuff that stays within a range. Well, this just meets that criteria. And the company's not going to go anywhere, right? Because look, every time they report earnings, they report positive earnings. And not only that, they like to give out annual dividends to their investors. So if you're a company that makes money, and in fact, you're doing profit sharing with your investors in the form of dividends, I mean, you're an established company, and especially if you're not making news headlines, these are the very predictable companies that you and I can make money on by selling premium. We can create a steady income on it. Plus, this thing's very affordable, right? At $8.75, $8.90 a share. This is right up our alley for affordability. I'm going to switch over my indicators. So I'm going to those free indicators that you can download. And I'm going to switch out from the indicator I use to look at the broad market. And I'm going to switch into one that I use for trade signals. And in case anybody's interested, this is called our confirming indicator MACD. MACD, moving average convergence divergence. And if you want to know the specific settings, please take note, right? We like to use volume weighted average price as our seed price, and that's different than using closing. We like a fast length of 6 exponential. We like a slow length of 19 exponential. And we like the MACD average length of 3 exponential. Don't turn on any of these filters. This is a great trade signal that works at least 80% of the time, I think. So once we've got that all programmed in, you can see that we had a signal to go ahead and short some United Microelectronics. And that's what I think we want to do. Now, today we have a pop-up. We're getting ready to give a dividend. But what's nice is with that pop-up, we might get another opportunity because we did get follow-through. It looks like we maybe haven't gotten follow-through. We might have gotten follow-through yesterday in order to do this short trade. And so if you did that trade yesterday, you might be a little bit worried, but stick to your stop loss orders, stick to your risk management. Don't just jump ship because you're getting emotional. But we might get a second chance in order to short this stock, and that's what I would do. I would short this stock in lots of 100. I could also see possibly using a leveraged put option. I wrote down in my notes here that I could see using the United Microelectronics January 2025 leap, and it would be the $15 strike price put option. And so I could see using that. My only reservation on that is there's not much trading on that option. And since the stock is so inexpensive, you could probably get by with just shorting the stock. But that would put us in a perfect place, SIP, for us to take advantage of any move down. And then once it bottoms, starting the income engine by selling put options. I also wanted to point out, if you, for instance, back here about a month and a half ago, or even just a couple weeks ago when we got these light blue arrows, if you took advantage of that by buying some of this stock, this would be a perfect time for you to be selling your call options and buying your protective puts. And so what's kind of interesting is I can see here in my notes, and I see you just published the notes. When you have a top signal like this magenta, what we're trying to do there is we're trying to either, short the stock, or we're looking to buy put options, right? Whether it's protective put options or whether it's the initial covering position, this is when we buy put options, and we want to be getting out of call options, right? We want to be selling call options. When you're at the bottom, that's when you want to be, right? You want to be buying your put options. I'm sorry, buying your call options and selling your put options. So right now we want to be buying our put options and selling our call options. So that's kind
Yeah.
of our thought there.